Oh. I pressed laughter and it didn't work.
That's really embarrassing.
I didn't have it turned up.
Hey, Maddie.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little tired, but I'm good.
Yeah? Didn't have enough coffee today?
No, I definitely did. I made like homemade cold brew yesterday, ready for today, and like drank almost a liter of it. So
that is so much. How many shots were in there?
Well, it's not by shots. It's like it was 4 cups, like 4 drinks. Standard coffee, cold brews, but cold brews are strong. I don't know how it works. Honestly, I'm not a scientist, okay?
I'm feeling
we do have a barista here.
Concerned about your general health.
You're going to get a heart attack.
I literally, complete tangent already, but in university, I genuinely came close to a heart attack because I pulled an all-nighter doing an assignment
Oh my
and
God.
I was just drinking coffee. And then in the morning, I was feeling so buzzed and great from the coffee that I was like, I think I'm just going to go to my 8 a.m. lecture that I never go to because I'm always asleep, but I'm awake and I'm buzzing. So I'm going to go.
Right.
And I went, and then I was sitting there in the middle of the lecture, and I just started giggling. And I was like, this is like a fucking history lecture or something. Like, nothing important's happening. Why am I giggling? And then my heart rate started to like a horse. It was like hammering. I genuinely thought I was going to pass out. So then as soon as that left, I was like, because I crashed at the end.
This
I was
video
like,
is sponsored by college stress.
Exactly. Just regular stress, honestly.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I really went
that's
through
a lot
all the
to
highs and
take in.
lows of coffee consumption.
High school
that one
football.
morning. The highs and lows of high school football.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Okay, wait. Beth, sorry, we're just bringing you in here a little early. Have you seen Riverdale?
Oh. No, but I dated someone who watched it and he wouldn't shut up about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't really have anything
watch it either, but
further to add. Yeah, I just wanted to know if you watched it.
no, okay, well, oh wait, I didn't ask how you are. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. Phone.
Intervention. Someone's popular.
Right? yeah,
Okay,
no, I'm
well, then
fine.
in that case, elephant in the room this week.
Beth. Hello. Oh, that was really
You're
loud.
not-
Sorry.
You're also not the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room
Oh, God.
is that we have a guest,
Oh, yeah, okay, right.
and that guest is not an elephant in this room. That would be mean. Okay? That would be body shaming.
Good.
I think I literally did this the first guest we had. But that's
Honestly,
fine.
I feel like if you didn't have to, if you didn't qualify it, no one would take it that way. But the fact that you just talk about it, like, is why it
Again,
goes
I'm not a
pear-shaped.
scientist. I don't know what you're saying. Those are big words.
Yeah, all right.
What she's saying is you didn't have to validate the
Yeah,
fact that
exactly.
you said it a certain way. 'Cause
Yeah.
we didn't take it that way.
No, until you said
see,
it.
I constantly need validation, so it all...
Oh, honey, are you okay?
No.
Talk about it.
I talked about it plenty. We're good. Anyway, no, welcome to Beth.
Yes. Hi.
Artist,
Ooh.
TikTok personality,
Yes.
icon. Wholesome
Icon.
TikTok personality, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, there
Stop
are
it.
very few of those. Let's just be real. Let's put it out there. Let's be controversial. Some of them are problematic. Majority.
Yes.
Yes.
Period.
But I feel like it's kind of hard to, like, acknowledge the, like, problematic and toxic sides of, like,
Oh my
TikTok
God.
and Instagram
We're getting
because
really deep.
the formulas are, like, so specific to each person.
Baking a cake. the formulas.
What's
Let's make a TikTok cake.
What's the word? You know the word. Algorithm.
So what you're
the
saying
algorithm's
is...
so specific that, like, I'm not watching and, like, interacting with things that are like that.
So
I
what you're
don't see
saying
it.
is the
So I'm
reason
like,
why
TikTok's a happy place.
I have so
All
many
cooking videos and
problematic
comedy.
things on my FYP is because
It's because you
I
are.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're into.
That's what you're into.
Apparently, I live for the drama.
Drama.
Oh my God, me watching all of the 1,000 Couch Guy videos over the past like
Couch
3 or
guy
4
videos.
weeks.
What's that?
What? What? You know, Couch Guy.
Couch guy.
Couch Guy.
Zero context.
Explain.
Wow, I'm
Elaborate.
shook. Oh my God, is this what it's like talking to me?
It is.
I'm usually the one who's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Couch Guy, I don't know. There was like a TikTok video like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and there was a guy sitting on a couch.
A girl went to visit her boyfriend at college.
Oh, couch guy.
Couch guy.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
an easy way to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
the phone, like.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
Okay.
it.
Oof. Okay. All right. Wow. I was a
man.
little concerned about the non-amount of time you must have been spending on
think
TikTok.
Usually I'm on TikTok when I'm half awake.
Ah,
So
fair.
I'll see couch guy, but I won't actually look at the caption. So I'll
Yeah.
just be
That's
like,
really
oh,
fair.
cool. He's
Yeah.
cheating on his girlfriend.
yeah. Yeah.
See, even half awake, you can tell.
Yeah.
That's how obvious it is.
Well
Okay,
knows.
no. Hello, Beth, and welcome
Oh, yeah,
to the podcast.
yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate you spending all the time to drive here, come here, be here.
I mean, Nick drove the same distance as I did today.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Nick. I really enjoy company.
I'm
and
used to it,
driving
though.
me out.
This is all new for you. You've only just recently come to
Yeah.
Brisbane.
Yeah. Wow.
Good move.
So exciting.
It's very stressful driving here.
Yes.
It is. Have you noticed that cars kind of just park in the street? Like in the left lane?
I'm pretty sure that's what they're supposed to do.
But like not like on the
They just
side.
park on the
They're just
road.
like in the left lane as
Yeah.
if they were just like braked. I'm can't speak
Stationary.
today.
I think that's a pretty common thing. I don't think that's just a Brisbane adjacent.
Yeah.
I feel really attacked right
Suburban
now.
parking.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think.
But I'm not even talking like that, like where they go all the way to the side so it's like easy to get through. I'm talking like
They just park in the
there's
middle
two
of the road.
lanes and they just stop in the middle of the left lane.
Yeah, that's quite normal.
Yeah. That's what
I've
it's
never
there
heard.
for.
Okay, in your defense, I've never heard of it before, and I was learning to drive in Brisbane, and my dad was like, "Oh, don't go in that lane because that's where people park." I'm like, "What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's,
see,
what's the point of even having that lane then?"
I'm-
Yeah, I'm from the Sunshine Coast and it's only just becoming a city now.
Oh, yeah.
Beach boy.
Very much my personality.
Yeah, no, I think, I don't know. Well, because there's all the rules around when you can and can't park there, though. Like, if it's peak hours, you're not allowed to be parked there because
is
people
like-
need to use it.
Really riveting content. I'm sorry I brought this up.
We can move on. Moving on.
Okay, all right. Oof, I was about
That's
to get
on
into
me,
a whole
guys.
like
That's on me.
discussion. Then I was like, these are the road rules.
What would your like little thing be? Your little thumbnail be? It would be a car. Because you put all your topics into like little cute little thumbnails.
I love that.
It'd just be a
Love
little
that.
broom car. Just
Oh,
In me mum's car.
can you imagine? You just like put our little photos in the car and just caption it. Get in, bitches, we're going shopping.
Phenomenal.
You get so many views. It'd be like on YouTube trending. Boom.
Amazing.
perfect. Wow, what a content strategy. We need to be taking notes.
I mean,
Oh,
This is another tangent. I'm a mess today. But on the YouTube app, they completely got rid of the trending page and now it's just like
did they?
a TikTok quote unquote shorts page.
what?
I did know that YouTube was introducing shorts there, but I didn't know that they were getting rid of like.
Yeah, there's no
that's
trending
weird.
page now and it really
Weird.
fucks with me.
I mean, the YouTube algorithm, I think, in general, is really weird
Whack.
nowadays. I remember, like, in 2018, all that time ago, when all the creators were like, people aren't watching my videos anymore, and a bunch of them, like, burnt out because they were trying to create content to cater to the new
Right.
algorithm.
Oh,
Right.
Gabby Hanna.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Can of worms there.
Yeah. It's okay. We're not going to be sued by her.
Well,
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Moving on.
I mean, she can try, but like, she's
yes,
not going to get much.
you can
Be a
take my
scandal.
$2.
Little topic header for like a little page. We got sued by Gabby Hanna.
You're right. Maybe we should just go for it.
Oh, title. Take it.
All press, even bad press, you know?
All press is good press.
Exactly. I was trying to think of like the thing, and I was like, if I say these words, they're going to know what I mean. But yeah. Okay. Anyway, should we just get into the questions?
Yeah, let's get into the questions.
Okay.
Actually, secondary elephant
Oh
in the
my
room.
God.
Secondary is that we have changed up our questions
Yeah.
a little bit.
We have. You're the
So-
first person with the new format.
I know this is new and improved. This should be much
Streamlined.
more easy for you as well. So,
This is
Yeah.
a monument moment for you guys.
It is
It
a
really
little.
is.
Yeah. It is a little.
well, actually, this is episode 51 technically,
Yeah, that's when we're going to release it. Yep.
So,
is
like-
after.
Great.
Yeah.
and our Halloween episode. This is also our Halloween episode. Boo, bitch!
Happy Halloween, guys.
Oh God, there's so much to fit in when you pre-record things. So much to think about.
Yeah, Halloween. I mean, I guess Halloween's technically a thing here. We don't really have that many restrictions right now. What would you guys dress as?
Or are you going to dress as something?
Or
Or
are you
do
going
you have
to?
a plan?
You do cosplay, right? A little bit?
Yeah. I haven't actually thought about it.
That's fair.
I was supposed to
fair.
go to a party, but that kind of ended up not happening. So I'm kind of thinking, what do I do? I did a ghost photo shoot with one of my best friends.
Well, that's
exciting.
cool.
There's like a trend on TikTok where you just like put a big sheet on you and like some sunglasses and then take some photos.
Love that.
Yeah, it was
Love
really
that.
cute.
I love that.
The simplicity of it.
Again,
Perfect.
wholesome. I've only seen
Yeah.
the porn version of that.
Well, let's not get into that. Oh, you could like dress as what's her name from
Well,
Animal
no, it's-
Crossing?
Literally, just Twitter is a
I feel like
scary
everyone's
place.
going to do that this year.
Probably.
Every girl, and they're going to rock it, and they're going to look hot, and I'm going to faint.
I love that.
That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah. Okay. All right. New questions.
Right.
Well, it's just one question really now, which is top 3 things, or just 3 things, not top, that
You're going to say, are you a top or a bottom?
that is the main question.
It's like, Maddie, it's a bit personal.
I mean, I can answer if you want me to.
Well, now I'm curious.
I'm a switch.
Love that.
See, that's like,
High five. We'll go for another one. Love your bangles, just by the way, just as an
They're
aside.
kind of a moment. They were like
they
$2
really
from
are.
Kmart.
Love that. Love that.
gotta stand at Kmart.
Truth.
Also, just like Verse Switch is the way to go.
Yeah,
Accurate. It's
Yeah.
true. Don't box yourself in.
depends on the mood.
Was that a pun?
No, it wasn't, but okay, wait. What's the question now, Nicholas?
The question is, okay, aliens come down from space.
Oh.
We're still doing that because I love
Okay.
aliens.
All right.
Aliens come down from space,
Okay.
right? And they say, okay, Beth, specifically, no other human,
Like War of the Worlds.
like War of the Worlds, Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning, remake, that is worth. The only remake
Oh
that's
my
valid,
God.
okay? Sorry, I'll stop.
Yes.
Aliens come down from space. They say, Beth,
Yes.
unless you can name the 3 pop culture moments or pieces of media that shaped who you are today, that really had an influence on your life, we're going to
is
kill
this deep?
everyone.
This is deep.
Everyone will die.
There's a lot of pressure now.
I will literally stand there and cry because I would just procrastinate.
That is an option.
Taking too long.
That is an option. You can just cry for 50 minutes.
We can go back to the road rules discussion.
Yeah. So yes, we would love. We're a pop culture podcast. We would love
Yep.
to kind of
Dissect
dive into a few
yours.
things that
Yeah.
really impacted you and shaped you.
Yeah. So we'll start. What's your first answer? Number
Okay.
1.
Well, since we brought up War of the Worlds,
Okay.
I feel like I should bring this up.
I'm so excited. Okay.
Okay.
When I was young, my dad would always drive me around in his car, and he had like the original, not copy, but like the original radio recording of War of the Worlds.
Wow.
From the UK.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, like the CD, and it was like all orchestra and like a radio play, and they all made like their own sounds with just like jars in a toilet to do like an
Yeah.
unscrewing of the ship. And like
Wow.
all of these like lasers, they did them by themselves, like manually. It wasn't digital, and
Yeah.
that kind of really left a mark because I would hear that and you
fair.
just immediately transported to something else.
Yeah. Wow. So like there's like CDs. Your dad played them in the car?
Yeah.
Did you say, that's cool.
Yeah, old
Yeah.
That's
school.
a vibe. I love that.
Yeah,
It's like the original ones. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're from like just after World War II, I think.
I actually don't know. I'm not a die-hard fan, so I'm not.
I can
I
find
only
sure.
say that
We'll
because
be
I
researching.
vaguely remember a story how they didn't promote the War of the Worlds audio drama as an audio drama. They just started
Interesting.
broadcasting it,
Yes,
and
right.
like all
the
these people
Twilight
in the
Zone or
UK, yeah,
something.
yeah, and all these
Right.
people in the UK were just like, "Oh, actual aliens are coming down. This is the BBC."
Oh, kind of like the Blair Witch Project.
Yes, exactly. They were like, "Are these actors dead?
This
Who knows?"
actually, and everyone just left like really concerned.
Yeah,
Oh my God, can you imagine the police calls?
right.
I'd be like, someone's hacked this cinema. I feel like these people are in danger.
Yeah.
The police would literally just be like, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
It's not.
The modern day version of that is an influencer getting the police called on them for traveling during lockdown when it was actually just a throwback photo.
I feel like it could also be, those POVs that those like TikTok boys do where they like
Yeah.
slam themselves against the wall and like are getting
Stop.
handcuffed and they
Yes.
give like that.
Yes.
That, like, look, I feel like some 12-year-old would be like, oh no, they're in
Yes.
and like call the police.
Phenomenal.
That's so
Be like,
funny.
what are you doing with, I don't know, give me a name, like Daniel Boy 2.
Yeah.
Bring back Daniel Boy 2. Why'd you arrest Daniel Boy 2?
Hashtag bring
That's his
back
last
Daniel Boy
TikTok.
2.
Title of it.
It's happened.
That's actually a great title. That hashtag bring back Daniel Boy 2.
Love it. It's
We'll make it
perfect.
trending. It's
Make
fine.
it trending, exactly.
Okay, and for everyone's information, War of the Worlds radio drama, 1938.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wasn't far off.
You
That was, like,
weren't
before
far off.
World War II.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it is.
vintage.
Very vintage.
My God.
That is
Love that.
so fucking cool, dude. Like, the fact that a piece of media that had an impact on you in that way wasn't even... It was like an audio, like it was
Yeah,
a radio, audio
know.
medium, an old-fashioned...
You know,
I just think that's really cool.
there's so much CGI these days.
Yeah.
And like sometimes that, because I remember you guys were talking about it with Christian.
Yeah.
With the dinosaur.
Jurassic
Yes,
World.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
remember watching
Yeah.
that and I was like, oh my God, that's really cool. I never knew that. But
Yeah.
like, you know, before they had CGI, they had radio players and they were
Yeah.
manually making all of these sounds. And oh my God, it's just so, I can listen to it now and just, you know, still be transported. It's still
Yeah.
so powerful.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's so good.
That is
I
very cool.
I love that there are pieces. I feel like people think, because we're so accustomed to CGI now and everything looking so lifelike, I feel like a lot of people are like, that's the expectation. They can't watch old movies because they're like, ugh, this is so bad.
Literally.
But it's so nice that there are some things that are so good that they're
They
timeless.
transcend that.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yep.
That is cool. Have you listened to any other, like, radio dramas?
No, not really. I'm not like a big radio drama fan. I had to do it in high school because I was doing theatre and radio. So they're like, oh, radio drama.
Love
fun.
that.
But, you know,
That is very cool.
yeah.
Did you have to, like, write your own? Or
Actually,
perform?
yes, I did. I did have to write my own.
Ooh.
And I did it like a creepypasta kind of thing. You know how they're
Love
like
it.
first person kind of telling what's happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it was so cool. I can't remember what it was about, but I got an A.
Love it.
Nice. Love,
Love it.
that. That's really cool. Would we kind of liken it to audiobooks? Is it the same? Are we feeling? Is it the same kind of vibe?
I would
or-
probably liken it more to fiction podcasts.
Oh, interesting.
Like, I not long ago listened
I've never
to
listened to a fiction podcast.
White Hot Heist,
Right.
which is like a comedy, queer,
Right.
serialized podcast. It's like 6 episodes, I want to say.
Okay.
And it's completely fiction about a heist, people committing a heist of famous people's sperm.
Oh, so they can like sell
Wild.
their children.
Yeah, there's
That's
cults involved and stuff. It's
crazy.
hilarious and it's great and the acting's phenomenal. A bunch of really great LGBTQ plus comedians and stuff. But then on the other side of that, more in the like creepypasta vein that you kind of did in high school, is like Limetown. If you haven't listened to Limetown, listen to Limetown.
Okay.
It's a podcast. It's fictional. It's like conspiracy. It's so great.
Ooh,
Kind of creepy.
love that.
And then they did a
Interesting.
TV adaptation starring Jessica Biel.
Oh,
Jessica Biel? Yeah.
wow. Okay. Wow. Well, maybe I'll just watch the TV version.
I'm not going to lie. She makes out with women and it's really hot.
I'm
You're in.
It's happening. Committed.
sold.
Interesting. Okay, wait. So was that one that you already had on your list, and then we just happened to bring up War of the Worlds, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh wait,
I can change an answer.
I didn't even write a list. I was kind of just thinking about it.
That's totally fair.
I'm so unorganized.
It's the way to do it.
No, oh no, we've had a complete mix. We had someone bring in a notepad, and then we've had other people who didn't think about it at all and just decided when they were here.
All are valid.
Yeah, all are valid.
Yeah.
And it's also one of those topics where it's like, whatever
Yeah.
comes to you in the moment is probably the truest answer anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Like the
Yeah.
realist.
Very much so.
Those, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did listening to like War of the Worlds that early in your life kind of influence the stuff that you're into now? Like the genres you're in? Like, are you into aliens and stuff is what I'm asking. Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Are you a monster fucker? That's definitely where I thought that was going to go.
I mean, that would be a totally valid thing to be.
That'd be a title.
It's,
Gonna be the monster fuckers.
I mean, it's
Hashtag-
basically mainstream now. Shape of Water. Is that what that movie's called?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I'm not going to lie. I just know that it.
I did.
Okay.
It was nominated
Elaborate.
for an Oscar, I think.
I didn't hate it. It was, I thought it was confused about what it wanted to be, but
Oh.
I haven't even heard of it. I think
it's a Guillermo del Toro one.
It was nominated.
It won Best
Nominated.
Picture.
nominated.
It won Best
There you
Picture,
go. It
yeah,
actually
yeah.
won. There you go.
It's
it
like
was-
this amphibian creature monster,
Like Creature from the Black Lagoon.
very much almost identical. And a character played by Sally Hawkins who kind of falls in love in this government facility.
Interesting.
Isn't it? Is it? Trish Paytas is making a music video at the moment, and her husband, her fiance, is dressed as like a Loch Ness monster, and she's in a boat, and she's looking really hot, and she's in the storm, and they're falling in love.
Obsessed. Look, Trisha Paytas is like a whole thing,
Yeah,
but like you can't deny
she's
that.
kind of iconic, you know.
Exactly, you can't deny the
you
iconicalism.
can't hate her because you know for a fact she's going to do stuff. So you have that expectation.
It's really
Yeah.
true.
But you go, oh well, you know. I mean, I listened to her band, Sad Boy 2005, because it
didn't
kind
know she had a
of
band.
hits hard. Like, there's a lot of auto tune, but like that's kind of normal.
Yeah.
But my God,
Sad Boy
Oh
2005.
no, now I have to listen.
Interesting.
Oh,
I didn't even know
that
she had a
title
band.
alone. Wow.
she has merchandise.
Love it. I can't not mention the fact, like, my favorite 2 videos of her are her in a ancient Egyptian costume singing Monster Mash or whatever it was.
Buried with a donkey.
Yeah. And the other one is her singing Shallow by Lady Gaga and just opening and closing drawers and cupboards in her kitchen for no reason.
That's so funny.
It's iconic.
And it's funny because she actually did that on her tour like a couple of years ago.
No.
Oh, really?
She did. She was just standing on stage and all these people are screaming and she's just singing Shallow.
Iconic.
Upset. A very big James Charles singing at one of his makeup.
Oh,
makeup.
literally.
I feel like the only videos I've seen of Trisha are like really shorts taken from longer videos, like that one where she was talking about like existentialism while she's holding a makeup palette, and then she's like, anyway, this is the 2000 whatever naked palette. Fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
That's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I love
Anyway.
it. Yeah.
Wow, that was a big tangent there.
No, we just went down a
Rabbit
road.
hole. That's what always happens.
I feel like, okay, piece of current pop culture news that in the vein of Trisha Paytas and stuff, that Shane Dawson's back.
Yeah.
See that?
You did?
Because the thing is, I look at his old videos every now and then just because of Garrett and Andrew and, you know,
Yeah.
Drew. And, you know, I saw on his channel that he had a new video up.
It's
It's-
people
it's-
are very confused.
Well, the first I heard
Oh,
about
no,
it was
sorry, conflicted. Go.
Yeah.
Not
The
confused.
first I heard about it was Jenny Nicholson tweeted, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
was like, anyway, he titled his video The Haunting of Shane Dawson, and I really expected it to be this really interesting deep dive into like culture and what he did wrong and the backlash he faced. But no, it's literally just
literally-
about the fact that his basement might be haunted. I was like, wow, okay.
Because he moved, didn't he?
Did they?
He did. And
Oh,
I
there
see
you go.
these TikToks of people and they're like, why is Shane at the markets in my town? Shane
Iconic.
moved here. And they'll like drive past his house and he's just like standing outside watching Rylan like garden. And
Wild.
they're like, whoa.
Does Ryland still post videos?
Yeah.
I
he's
see.
still
I just
driving.
like, I completely removed myself from that world. I was like obsessed with it for a while, and then I don't know what.
I recently watched his whole series about Jake Paul. Terrible documentary, by the way. We did not get into anything at all, and I watched like 9 hours of it.
Yeah.
No conclusion, but
Look, could it have maybe been harmful to people
yeah.
with
What was?
Uh,
I think he was
the
trying
real
to
life
figure out
sociopaths? Like,
yeah, trying to figure out if he was a sociopath, and then they just kind of forgot about that line of questioning while also actually getting to the bottom of it in episode 1. The answer being no, he's not. And then for the subsequent 7 episodes, they were still like, is he a sociopath?
Also, it was really fucked up
what?
that they secretly brought that psychologist in to like
Yeah.
assess him
Yeah.
against his
That
knowledge.
was fucked up.
That was wild.
That was wild.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was all around a crazy time.
It was.
Yeah. A little bit dodgy.
Yeah.
Well, dodgy. Sorry for that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane Dawson's back. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I also thought when he first left, there was a lot of like discussion about, because it was Jenna Marbles, I think, made that video where she was really like upfront about the stuff that she'd done in the past, and then had been like, I'm getting rid of my platform. It's not fair for me to keep using this.
Yeah.
And then Shane Dawson did the same thing like 3 days later, I think.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of discourse around like the fact that she had done it and done it properly, and then he'd kind of copied but had not done it properly because he was still profiting off of like the makeup line and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, there was that, because he also tweeted after, like a couple hours after he was sold out of his products. I'm leaving the makeup industry because like clown, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, welcome to the circus, after he sold.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they really fucked up by like revealing the amount he made in that video series.
That's true.
That just made everything way worse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like also, I remember watching his apology video, and if he didn't bring up Jenna Marbles in that video, people wouldn't have really put the two together as much as they did.
Yeah, it's very true.
A little bit of a mistake.
Yeah. Oof.
Wild.
Yeah, wow. Okay, well, I'm glad we really dissected the Shane Dawson situation.
Should we do a 6-part series on Shane Dawson's comeback?
Yes.
The return of Shane Dawson.
Yeah. Love it. Perfect.
Stunning.
Oof. Okay.
Wait, before we move on, I need to ask have you actually like the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds?
We're just going to cycle back around.
I remember watching it for the first time probably like 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked that they made the ships like the same.
Yeah.
They kept the story the same. They kept like the aliens, like you didn't see them from what I know.
I don't think so.
Not really.
Like you did, you just saw the big mechanical, like, and I like
There's
that.
one scene I think in some random dude's basement where they you see like
and it's like floating around.
You sort of see it. It's like just the eye thingy.
Oh, yeah,
but it's still
like
mechanical.
Little camera boy.
Yeah. Yes. Little camera boy. Who's also similar to #DanielBoy2.
Obviously.
I think was it 1 or 2?
I think it was 2.
Oh gosh,
I don't even remember.
I don't remember what I said at the beginning of this sentence. So
yeah, that was good. It was really good. I liked it. I wish they had like the same kind of music in it, because I think the reason that I love the radio play is the music, because they have orchestra, but they have like electric guitar and like it's like
that's amazing.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's like such a vibe to listen to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember my dad also had War of the Worlds. It was a CD in his car. Never listened to it, and I just always assumed it was like instrumental music or something. But maybe now you've said all of this, it's the
like
radio drama.
It's like a whole storyline narrator, and it's like British. So he's like, the Martians came down from Mars. He touched my boot. It's like,
ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's such a vibe.
Okay,
Putting the
all
drama
right,
in radio drama. Hardcore. Gonna listen to that now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very, very intrigued.
Intrigued. Yeah. Does it go for a long time?
It's a 2-part. So there's like an intermission, because it's an actual like performance.
Wow.
So yeah, there's like part 1 and part 2, and I assume that they're like 20 tracks each. So 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's not too long.
Good car trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
That is a very good thing to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It.
All right.
All
So
right.
I'm just going to keep us moving. Do you have a second one? Is it like a TV show, movie?
We can kind of fill you in on stuff that we picked when we did it
Okay.
to kind of help you along.
Yeah.
So when we were doing it, what did I pick? I
Well, the
picked-
original questions were you have to pick one movie, one TV show, one book, one song/album, one pop cultural moment. And
which was too limiting. Is what?
Well, it was a lot of
Sounds like a little
discussions.
form that you'd fill out at school. Like grade 1.
Very that.
What's your
an
favorite
icebreaker.
movie?
Yeah. And the discussions always went for so long, which is why we've kind of like
Crammed her in.
Yeah.
But my answers were like, for the movie, it was like The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Ooh.
The perfect adaptation, in my opinion.
Same.
For song album, it was the Leona Lewis's Bleeding Love music video international version.
So
Is there a reason where it's international version?
There is, and it's
bet.
because the international version is totally different. So the US version is just her walking down the New York streets,
Okay.
whereas the international version was like this super dramatic set in like an apartment building where each couple's having their own fight and their own argument and stuff. It's so dramatic.
Oh my God.
And it like influenced me to want to be in the film industry, to be able to make something as ridiculously dramatic as that.
Is it all in like slow motion?
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone
whoa.
like tries to
pretty
drown
good.
themselves, but then their
God.
significant other comes and knocks on the door, and it's like, it's wild.
Whoa.
It's a lot.
Also, just a phenomenal song.
Wait, why did she make an international version and a normal version?
I don't know. I assume it's just what was on trend at the time, because this was like 2007. So like music videos, like bigger than the songs almost back then, kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
So I just assumed that what the US was responding to and what the UK were responding to were different.
Kind of like what they did with Zootopia.
What did they do with Zootopia?
Yeah.
What's this?
So you know how it's Zootopia in Australia, and then in other countries it's Zootropolis.
Yeah.
What?
And I used to cosplay Zootopia, and like I used to put in the hashtags Zootopia cosplay, and I used to get these American 12-year-olds going, "It's not Zootopia, it's Zootropolis."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "What?" And I actually looked
Oh
at
my
it,
God.
and like there's like little Easter eggs in there where, for example, the news presenters for Zootopia were like a kangaroo and a koala in Australia, and like in America it was like a raccoon and I don't know, like a deer
Whack.
or a moose, and then in China it was like a panda. It was a whole thing. Like every single country they did it like differently.
That seems like so much effort.
Does seem like a lot of
dedication.
effort.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
The
Wild. I had
version
no
that's
idea.
on Disney Plus is Zootropolis. I don't know if the reporters in there are the American raccoons, but yeah, it's Zootropolis on
So wait, we had Tropolis or Topia?
Topia.
Topia.
That's
Originally.
what I remember. I think we went to see it in cinemas.
We did. It was such a good movie.
It was
I
very good.
also, just as an aside, love Jason Bateman's voice. It's just
yeah.
very soothing. So,
Yeah.
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 I concur. That blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Tropolis, like,
I'm
Piece
blown.
of trivia.
You're kind of just sitting there like having an out-of-body experience,
I am.
knowing that Zootopia is Zootropolis in some other countries.
Literally, it's like Mandela effect or whatever it is. I'm like,
Yeah.
this whole time I just thought it was Zootopia everywhere.
Yeah.
My entire world has just been like the rug has been ripped out from under me. I'm free falling through oblivion.
Yeah. Well, we'll give you a moment to recoup.
Okay, I've thought of a question that might
Okay.
inspire you. What was the first thing that you cosplayed?
Oh,
Or what was the first thing that made you think, "Oh, I want to
a good
cosplay as
question.
this"?
it was actually like a makeup look.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I
Love
was kind of
that.
just doing it in my room, and it was like at my desk, and I was like, oh, there's makeup there. Oh, it'd be cool if I like tried that.
Yeah.
I was really obsessed with the idea of characters from animations and what they would look like as humans.
Okay.
So
Love
I
that.
always used to search up on like Google Images whilst I was at school in the library, like for example, like Snow White in real life.
Yeah, love
that
that.
would
And
be
like there
cool.
were these amazing like sketches of, you know, all of these Disney characters and like
Yeah.
animals and what they look like as humans, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's so cool. And then I saw photos of people actually dressing like that,
Yeah.
what they look like as humans. I also went to Disneyland, which is kind of a really big thing. I was like 9, but that was a big, I was like, oh my God, people dressing up as characters, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sat down and I tried a makeup look from Borderlands,
Okay.
which is a video game.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was Handsome Jack, and he's one of the characters.
Okay.
And it was kind of just like this really detailed, like mask looking thing, but because the specific kind of drawings and like animation was very crisp, like they had all of the lines for like the shading, and it
Almost
was very
comic-y.
pop art. Yeah,
pop art. Better,
So
better description. yeah.
yeah, it was kind of that kind of art style. So I was like, that's really cool. I'm going to try it. So
Interesting.
Wow.
Love that. I've seen my only reference point for doing that type of stuff is Nikki Tutorials. Like she did Halloween costumes as like Wonder Woman, and she did almost those pop art lines. It was incredible. If you've never seen it, you should have a look at it. It's insane.
she's
but
so incredibly talented.
she's so talented. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's cool.
That's very
All
cool.
right.
So if we can like narrow it down from that, would we say that the cultural moment, the cultural institution that is Disneyland, maybe?
Yeah. Or Disney movies.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that was probably a real monument cultural moment in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly,
Inspirational.
same. When I went to Disneyland, it blew my mind
Yeah.
completely.
I want to go back so badly. I want to go back.
Are we talking specifically like California, Florida? I don't know, because there's a Disney World or something.
Disney World,
I went
Florida.
to Disneyland.
Same.
So that was California.
Anaheim, yeah. It's like the original, but it's smaller.
Interesting.
Whereas World is newer but bigger.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
Which is the one that has the new Avengers section with the whole restaurant situation?
Oh, and the
Both.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, both.
Both. I think
Whack.
both have Star Wars and Avengers.
I know that they would probably put it near Tomorrowland.
Yeah, I think they put the Avengers near Tomorrowland, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think Star Wars replaced something.
There
Wherever.
was like a western area. That's still there, isn't it?
I think that's still there, but they replaced the area with like a Bug's Life.
Oh, no, not a Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Where you
I
could be
love
the
Bug's
size of
Life.
bugs. Yeah, they replaced all
no.
that area, and that's now Galaxy's Edge.
Ugh.
I don't know
Doesn't
if I
even
like
have a
that
good
idea.
name.
Well, Avengers Campus is even worse.
That's true. That's really not a good name.
Yeah, there's no flavour. They really
Exactly.
had the opportunity to go
Yeah.
wild.
They did, but they didn't. But yeah, I have this like weird little mini obsession with theme parks and theme park rides and stuff, and
We can go to Movie World together.
we absolutely should. We went to the Fright Nights
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
We did. Oh,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
fucking fantastic.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
so great.
I
It
want
was
to go so
great.
bad.
Yeah. I don't know if they're doing it this year because
that's a
of
good question.
COVID. But if they are, guys.
It's
Hit me
like
up, hit me up.
it's way better than I was expecting it to be because like
yeah.
we also splurged, and by splurged I mean it was like an extra $35 or something to get
The fast passes.
fast pass for the rides.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
So they open
yeah.
all the big rides, and you can just
Yeah.
like go on them.
Yep.
Just
Because
whenever you
we
want.
bought a ticket for our friend's birthday, so we were like, okay, we're just gonna make this a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was
was so
so
much
good.
fun.
Yeah.
And they've got the yearly passes, and you can get a discount because,
Yeah.
like, local
Yeah.
local discount. I remember a friend of mine who lives on the Gold Coast told me.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, something to
Well,
look at.
I mean,
And they let you go into like all of the related theme parks, right?
Yes,
pretty sure.
I think
Well,
so. Yeah.
Village Roadshow. So that's
Yeah.
Wet and Wild, Movie World, SeaWorld, and
Outback.
Outback Spectacular.
That
yeah.
makes sense.
And a zoo somewhere.
Random zoo.
A Zootropolis.
Not a Zootopia.
Yeah. Interesting. Do you have I mean this might be too tough of a question. But do you
Hit me.
have a favorite cosplay you've ever done or makeup look or anything?
I kind of really vibed with Rapunzel. I cosplayed Rapunzel. I used to until I botched her dress.
Oh,
But
Ah.
I don't know. You get changed into like a cosplay, and you just immediately like embody like their persona because like you look
I
in the mirror and you're like,
love
oh
it.
my god, I love it. Yeah. So it's the whole thing.
Wow.
I love it.
Do you sew?
I used to.
Oh, okay. So do you sew your own costumes or?
I sewed one costume,
Okay.
one or two, but
Yeah.
I just buy them. It's so much easier.
Yeah, that's so
I don't have
fair.
a sewing machine anymore. So.
Yeah, and the amount of time it would take
Yeah.
to put
too.
together from scratch specifically. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. And do you go like wigs? Do you do everything? Like, or
Yeah.
do you just use, because your hair is quite short, or was it not always short?
Um,
I'm specifically thinking about Rapunzel.
yeah. I have a lot of wigs at home, and
Yeah,
they're all
okay.
like lace fronts. They
Wow.
look like there's little roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I've
no.
watched enough Drag Race to actually know what you're talking about.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love that. No, that's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Does that mean did you ever like attend Supernovas and Oz Comic Cons and stuff?
Hell yeah.
Same.
Love
Hell
that.
yeah.
Love
Now
that.
that I'm thinking about it, I used to have an original character that I created, and she was
Whoa.
a pirate.
Oh,
So that's honestly, if we're thinking about like the pop culture monument moments,
Yeah.
I feel like it's, I don't know, radio, like the, because I mentioned War of the Worlds, but
Yeah.
I feel like I listen to a lot of movie cinematic music just to
Okay.
get into the vibe when I'm painting or when I'm even sleeping, and I notice that I dream better when I'm listening to like Harry Potter and Narnia and you know all of these different things. It's so good.
God.
So that's like probably one. The second one is I made an original character that was a pirate,
yeah.
and she had her own like OC tag where a lot of people
Yeah.
could like be in the same world as her, and we had like a whole thing. It was a couple years ago, but
Yeah.
a lot of people still know about it, and that's definitely affected my style choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Can I ask the character's name?
Her name was Lysandra.
Wow.
That's hot. That is a hot name.
That is a hot name. Okay, a potentially personal question then, which you don't have to answer, is why did you stop?
Time.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I literally moved here and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm going to like make tons of content and do this. And then one, it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
No,
Yeah.
literally it gets so incredibly hot. And when you're wearing a wig that's like most
Yeah.
permed, that's like all the way down to your waist and you're like, you've got a corset on and like tons of
my
belts.
goodness.
It's like, it gets so hot really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was that. And also I was working so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, the time that I got off, I just had no even
Yeah.
strive to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so fair. Oh my God. Yeah. It's funny. People always talk about like creative burnout and how doing so much creative stuff leads to a difficulty in creating or whatever, which is definitely true. But there's also this flip side to it where it's like, well, actually, doing so much of something else can also lead to this burnout. You spend so much time like
Right.
actually working that when
Yeah.
you have spare time, you're like, I don't
Yeah.
want to do this. I just want to like lay down.
That's
Yeah.
it. And I
That
feel
makes
like
sense.
that's why it's so important to have breaks.
Yeah.
And like if you're in the middle of like making a project or like doing something creative or something, you've got to have that balance with just normal life. And it's okay just to have a moment to yourself and just go, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this, and just recoup.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, for sure.
You will get so much creativity then. I remember when I was working, I only dreamt about work.
Yeah.
Like I'd
Yeah.
wake up and I'd be like, oh, I'm late for work because I dreamt that I was late for work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
you know, once you finally, like, get the time to actually just, you know, be by yourself, have a cup of tea in the morning, you know, just,
Recalibrate.
yeah, exactly so. You can just get so much more creativity.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that my dreams aren't just about work anymore, which is really
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause,
thank God.
good. Yeah. I mean, because, like, by myself, I paint a lot and I do that. And most of my painting is based upon my dreams.
Yeah. Wow.
I was
Okay.
going to ask about your paintings because I went to an Etsy shop and they are gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Like, truly amazing paintings. They're like this kind of classical style, but they kind of incorporate modern stuff and things. And it's just really, really cool.
I didn't even know you had an Etsy shop. Oh my God. I'm
have an Etsy
terrible.
shop.
Wow. Wait. Okay. Wait. So do you do like, I don't really know how these works. Do you do prints and then you can sell multiple of the same painting or, okay. All right, cool.
So I think at the moment I've only created 2 paintings ever. The first one I did was like the first one I've ever done with acrylic on canvas.
Wow.
Because I just used to like draw, but I had a dream that I started painting and I was like, oh, okay, Dad, I'm going out to buy paint. And so I then took those canvases and I got them scanned.
Wow.
And so I can make prints now, which is really good because it's a lot
Awesome.
cheaper as well.
Yeah.
You know, so
How
people
did
want
you
them, I
adjust to like go from drawing to actual paint and stuff? Like, was that a learning curve?
My mum used to paint when I was younger.
Wow.
It's kind of a thing. I'd always come home from school and she'd be in the shed just, you know, with the music blasting, painting from like 4 p.m. through till like 10 p.m.
Wow.
She used to make all of these big canvases and so I feel like I watched her a lot with mixing colours and, you know, applying it, and I kind of you just got to
Absorbed it.
dive right in. You've just got to
Yeah.
go, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do it. Wow.
That's
awesome.
really, really impressive.
Yeah.
The fact that you're like, I've only painted 2 paintings and they're apparently fucking amazing.
They are. Were they like, which one was your first one?
I've done a painting of like a cave with
Yeah.
a water fountain
Yeah.
and like a statue with like a little velvet red like moment.
That's awesome.
It
Yeah.
doesn't, it's like amazing.
Wow.
And the exact one you're talking about. By the way, how do you come up with the names? Because the names are also on point.
Well, that painting specifically is called Horiath because
Love that.
the definition of Horiath is like the feeling of remembering, or you know, something that's actually never happened, or you know, feeling homesick to a place that you've never been to before.
Interesting.
And yeah, that specific
Holy shit.
painting, I dreamt that whole moment. I was in. Okay, so I can tell you if you want.
Yeah.
I was in a airport and I had to go to the bathroom, so I just like went and I turned the corner and I was like in this really extravagant like bathroom. It was really luxurious. It was a whole chic moment. And then I turned the corner of that, and there were these like marble tiles and these chandeliers. It was a bathroom. But I turned the corner, there was like a little screen, and I was in this cave, and it just opened up to this complete space. And it was one of those, like, you know how you're in those caves and then it just gets into like there's tons of gold everywhere and, you know, statues and it's like riches, kind of like from Aladdin. Yeah, exactly so. But there was water everywhere surrounding the bottom of the cave, and there was a water fountain in the middle, just going around squirting water. And yeah, that was kind of really crazy. And I remember reaching into my pocket and taking a photo of it.
Interesting.
And I was like, I don't want anyone to know about this place because, you know, I don't want to share it with anyone. And then it became an attraction.
Oh,
and they completely just botched it. They just made it a water park and it just, nah. So I was like, I'm going to paint this because...
There's so many layers to this dream.
I know, it was crazy. It was crazy. I had it like 2 years ago.
Wow.
And I tried to tell my dad about it, and he just couldn't visualize it. He's like, I can't imagine what you're telling me. I said, if only there's a way that I can show you.
And here we go.
Amazing.
Wow. I had a dream the other day where all my teeth fell out because I was stressed. Sorry, you know, that's like that's what I dream about.
You should get a dream dictionary. Because like you can look up teeth.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's because of stress. I have that's a recurring dream for me. So yeah,
and
I know.
I know that if you dream about snakes, it's because someone's talking shit about you behind your back.
Oh, and when your ears ringing as well, I've noticed.
Really?
Yeah, like if your ears just start ringing out of nowhere, or they go deaf and you can't hear anything. Someone's talking some shit. Someone's spilling some tea.
That happens to me all the time.
Well,
Nicholas, are you talking shit about me behind my back?
Absolutely.
Oh my god!
Not surprised.
Crazy.
Wild.
Wow.
I'm shook.
I have to look at this painting now.
Shook it.
I never move on from things.
Yeah.
So shooketh. It's so 2013, but here we are.
It's fine. We'll go with it.
No,
We are shooketh.
We are shooketh. And I'm shooketh that one, your dream had this many layers and you could kind of unpack it.
Yeah, because there's that whole like you've got that whole like capitalism layer when they turned it into an amusement park and stuff. Love it.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't love it, but like love it.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. Are you
cool.
gonna would you consider going to like digital art, like Procreate and stuff?
Probably not. Probably not, because I like the idea of being physical.
Yeah.
With just, you know, being able to physically do something.
Yeah. That's really fair. I feel like it's also a whole different skill. Like from what I've seen of other people, it's like you have to basically relearn how to paint.
Exactly so.
Oof. Don't have the time for that.
Wig. I'm so jealous of your creativity and
Don't
be. So would you ever, I don't know, are you into writing? Would you ever consider writing like a little book about?
I think the only thing I've gotten close to being like artistically with writing is writing good Instagram captions. I think for some coping mechanisms, I just write some like poetry in my little notes in my phone, and then I'll send it to a friend, and I'll be like, "What did I just write?" She'll be like, "It's okay. It's a coping mechanism. You're coping with stuff." I'm like, that is like year 6 worthy writing competition bullshit. Like, what is that? I don't know.
Okay. Well, I was going to say before when you said the name Hariath, just that single word, I feel like you could write like an entire novel or an entire screenplay about.
Can you imagine? Because I work in a cafe, guys. I was talking to my manager and I was like, if I owned my own cafe, like if you owned your own cafe, what would you name it? And she's like, I don't know, like cafe on the corner of King Street. And I was like, oh. And I was like, I would name my cafe like Hariath. Because like this. She's like, you you're really naive. I'm like, I'm like, no, it'd be a whole experience. Like, you could go into a cafe and there'd be like a little sitting area with like a library, and like if you wanted a function room, it could be like a secret passageway to like this other room.
Yes.
And oh my god, it'd just be such a vibe to be there.
That sounds amazing.
See, I don't think that's naive. I think
No.
the businesses that succeed, like the cafes and stuff, are the ones that have a very specific vision like that.
Yeah.
It's true.
You don't just go there to get cafe and leave. It's like a whole experience.
Yeah. And you're comfortable sitting there for a couple hours getting multiple drinks and like,
Yep.
you know?
And the Instagram bitches.
Yeah,
Instagram bitches.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's so cool. I would go to a cafe where you have a whole secret
I
tunnel.
would
That
too.
sounds
Yeah.
great. Wow.
Like, I know that in Brisbane they have those, what do they call it? Like those bars that are hidden.
Yeah,
They're
there's
called, like-
secret bar type thing.
Yeah,
There's a
like a
whole name.
prohibition
The-
type
yeah.
situation. What are they called? Speakeasy?
Yes,
yeah.
that's it. And they're a whole moment.
They are a
yeah.
whole moment.
I think
I've
that one
actually
here
never
is
been to
called
one.
like, it's something colored door or something. I can't remember.
I think there are a few in Brisbane.
Really?
Yeah, I see TikToks about them.
I went to one in Melbourne a few years ago.
Interesting.
That was really cool. Very expensive.
Yeah.
I believe that.
You're paying for the experience, Nick.
Yeah.
Clearly. I mean, it was. We went to Melbourne for the Harry Potter play.
Yes. Cursed Child?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And it was after one of those nights, and I was like, oh, I'm in a bougie mood anyway. Splash.
Oh my god. That's great.
The honesty.
Yeah, no, wow. Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Your entire
Sorry.
process
How dare
and
you?
inspiration.
How absolutely dare you? I'm going to sue you.
I know. I was too
you
busy
bump your
worrying
head?
about my Instagram notification. No,
You're
I
an
didn't.
Instagram bitch.
I hit the headphone on the microphone. That was like a whole thing.
That's okay then.
She's damaged my ears. I'm going to write a paper slip. And
This is,
Oh,
you
goodness.
haven't signed the release form yet, so you're.
That's true.
Okay, well, let's do a quick little break before we get into the third
Yeah.
kind of topic.
Yeah.
We like to do a little thing called Watch a Watchin'.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about this.
Okay.
It's not that stressful, though.
No, it's just if you're watching anything recently that you loved or hated, do you
Ah.
want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Go for it, you know?
Bring it up. Go.
The new season of You.
Is it good?
Ooh.
Oh, no.
I was expecting something a lot different than what
Yeah.
it's been giving, but
Interesting.
honestly, not mad.
Okay. I
She's serving quite a lot of tea.
Victoria Pedretti.
Yeah.
Stan. I have issues when it comes to finishing things.
Yeah. Oh, he's
I'm really bad
major
with
commitment
finishing things because
issue.
then it's done and I have to get it. Yeah. Anyway, I typically with TV shows will watch the entire season and leave 1 or 2 episodes at the end. So if it's cancelled, I can watch it in 3 years' time and be fine.
Okay.
If it's renewed, I
It's
can
so
watch
weird.
those 2 and then jump straight into the new season when it comes out. I have
okay.
issues. Okay.
Issues.
I've done
That's
that
weird.
with you, and I've got the season finale of season 2 to watch.
Yep.
But I watched the rest of it, and then I'll watch season 3.
Okay.
And I'm
But not
very
the end.
intrigued by season 3.
I've never seen a single episode of it, but I did watch the trailer for the 3rd season, and there was like they've had a baby, and is he like cheating on her? And she's like, I'm going to kill a bitch or something. I don't know. That's like the vibes I got from the trailer.
I feel like they don't really need much of a reason to kill a bitch.
Oh, okay. All right. Did that happen in other?
They say kill a bitch. I'm not even good. That's too cringy. Let's just pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, no, you honestly slaps.
Yeah.
It does slap. The I don't know if you remember The Last Ship, the TV show The Last Ship.
I do remember.
Okay, you know the
very
really
well.
hot guy in that, not Mark Sloan, not Eric Dane. Travis Van Winkle is the actor. I can't remember the character's name.
No, I don't. I'll look
Anyway,
it up.
he's
I don't know
like,
how you guys remember all these actors' names. I have no idea. My dad does it when we're watching something. He's like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Dad, I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm trying to watch this.
I am your dad. I am your dad. I remember everything. But the dude from that, Travis Van Winkle, is in new season 3 as like the macho, tough exercise guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That guy. Yeah, he was hot.
Yeah, he's like beautiful. But
Oh, why does he look mean.
He does look mean, but I think I'm into that.
Oh my god, he's a bit nicer there. He's got a bit of a
because
daddy professor
you can't
vibe.
see his eyebrows. I think it's his eyebrows because they're furrowed. He's very attractive. He's
Like Will
very
Poulter.
very handsome. What's his name?
Travis Van Winkle.
Travis.
Travis,
If you're watching this, you're very attractive. You're very handsome. I don't know if I'd approach you though because I'd be a little bit intimidated.
Okay, T.
honestly, now you're saying that his eyebrows are definitely very angry.
Yeah, and the reason he looks a lot more like a little cinnamon roll is because he's wearing little glasses.
Yeah, no, you're
Okay,
right.
But his eyebrows are a different angry to like Will Poulter's eyebrows.
I don't know who Will
I mean,
Poulter
I feel like
is.
if he smiles, it's like, okay, villain.
Okay, villain.
Okay, villain.
Obsessed.
Okay, wait, here's a smiling picture.
Oh, he looks really cute there.
See, hot, but he would definitely beat me up. And
He looks like a dad. He looks like one of those footballer dads.
honestly,
He does
T.
a little.
You should show it to the camera
Oh.
so they know what we're talking about. This is Travis.
It's fine. I usually pop things up on screen.
Oh wow!
I link
did
everything
it to
down
the
below,
boy.
by the way.
Oh wow!
I know.
Yeah.
I get all techie.
You can link my
Hyperlinks.
Etsy store.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll link to everything of yours. Don't worry.
Oh wow!
Beth is like, hopefully not everything.
I'm an open book. I don't know what you'd find on me.
Okay. Is that a challenge?
Go for it. Deep web stalker. You.
Me.
You.
But also you, the show.
But also
I follow.
just you.
I follow.
He follows.
Wow.
Travis, we love you.
It's true. That's true.
I mean,
Moving
I
on.
haven't seen.
cheap.
I feel like that's my leg doing that.
Oh,
No,
the
it's the
table
table.
is a bit unbalanced. Yeah.
What? How much of you season 3 have you watched?
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
up to,
That's
like-
what we were talking about.
I'm up to episode 6.
Okay, so you're like powering through.
Yeah, I mean, I just have it on in the background.
Wow. Love that.
Love it. Maddie, have you been watching anything?
What have I? Did I have already talked about the fact I'm watching Bones?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, you told me about it on text, I think, not on the pod.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been watching Bones. I'm only still on season 1. I'm like 15 episodes in. It's pretty good.
Neat.
The main guy, he was Angel in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then in Angel.
Say his name because it's a fun name to say. David Boreanaz.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, I don't know his name.
Sounds like a burlesque show name.
It's
Okay.
interesting. Love that vibe.
Can we open the Boreanaz speakeasy in Brisbane?
Ooh, how would you get there? You just go through like a pile of bones.
Love
It's
it.
like a little curtain of bones.
Love that. Love that.
I'm into it.
I feel like a bone and a vampire type, because he's a vampire in Buffy, that type of, those vibes go together very well. So
I do.
I feel like the Instagram bitches will take one look and be like, what the fuck is this? Jesse, let's just go down the road. There's some ghetto alternative fashion bullshit.
Yeah.
Tracy, what are we doing here? I'd rather go see Travis. I know his penthouse is down the road. Like,
Okay, can we please get a whole 10 episode series on Jesse? I'm obsessed with this character, Jesse.
I met up with a guy named Jesse last night.
Okay.
He was my Uber driver.
You're gonna have to
I love the threads here. The whole narrative plot
okay.
that's going.
If you want to answer it, when you say you met up with him, he was your Uber driver. Do you mean you Ubered him last night, or this was you met him another time and then?
I went to the bowls club because I wanted to gamble a bit.
Fair.
And then I was like, oh, I've had alcohol. Like, I need an Uber home.
Okay.
And so I booked him. And then he came and he's like, oh, like, you're really pretty. Like, look at your beautiful eyes. You're so pretty. Like, do you want to go out for drinks? And I was like, are you buying? He's like, oh yeah, darling, don't worry. I'll buy it for you. And also I can cancel this so you get a free ride home. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And so we went to like the RSL, and he paid for 2 of my drinks, and the whole time he was basically telling me about how good my body looked and completely objectifying me. And I'm like, dude, I literally, you're nice, but also no.
Yeah. Your
gone
entire
too
worth
far.
is based on these drinks.
He literally went to kiss me, and I swerved him, so he like kissed like my jaw, and I
Love
was
that.
like, okay, let's just pretend that didn't happen. And I sent him to the wrong address so that I wouldn't have.
Yeah, fair.
Genius.
I've been watching you.
Who says
Smart
media can't
thinking.
teach us stuff?
Exactly. So yeah, that was a whole interesting moment. But hey, I got free drinks and a free ride home.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I kind of felt like a queen because he was kind of like simping a little bit.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. So, hell yeah.
Interesting. Wow. The lives of other people. This never happens to me.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Not
should
that I
just
go
call the
out, but-
episode Simping for Travis. Kind of has a nice ring to it.
I can give the Uber driver Travis's number. And I'll send like him a little photo of him in his glasses and without glasses.
Yeah,
as well, so
yeah.
he knows both of his like.
Be like, tell us what you think the vibe is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Send him a little bone PR package in the
Wow.
mail.
Love
Yeah.
this.
Love it.
Wow.
And I interrupted you. Sorry. What about? Are you liking Bones?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I know. I mean, I don't know. Like it's
Is it a weird
It's a
mix of
journey.
serialized and episodic?
yeah, it's pretty episodic. And okay, wait, what I was going to say was that main guy is
From
not
Angel.
a great actor.
Ooh.
He's very tall and he's quite handsome. And that's about all that he's kind of got going. He's not a bad actor, but he gives us
But he's tall.
nothing.
Riverdale vibes.
Literally Riverdale vibes. He's just there and he's just saying his lines and you're like,
Where's the flavour?
no flavor. There's no flavor, no spice. Nothing's kind of happening, which is it makes it a bit boring.
He's not a good actor because he's tall.
He's tall. Yeah, that's my question is, can you not be a good actor if you're tall, or do you not have to have talent if you're tall?
Fine. I
Sorry,
get that
those
a
were
lot.
two separate thoughts. He's a bad actor, but he's probably been cast because he's tall and handsome.
Yeah, I get it.
Is the point. He's
Yeah,
nice to
no,
look
that's
at.
fair.
Yeah.
This is fair.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I definitely mashed those two things together into something unintelligible.
Okay.
Some coffee. Run out.
Yeah, oof. Yeah.
I'm curious as to how into it you actually are the show. Purely because my thought process.
There is 12 seasons, so
Well, no, my thought process is typically if Maddie gets into a show, she will finish an entire 24-episode season in a week or less.
As you should, Queen.
thank you.
And she hasn't done that with this. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks.
No, and I haven't even finished the first season.
So, like, how into it can you possibly be?
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it enough that I can't put it on in the background and do something else,
Okay.
but not so into it that I've been watching 5 to 10 episoed a night.
Right.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
you know, yeah, that's the scale.
Sorry.
She's savouring it.
Well,
This is
yeah.
fair.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to make it through all 12 seasons. I won't lie. I don't think that the
Just watch it until you
homicides
lose
are interesting
interest.
enough. Well, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I don't know. I think the thing that really drew my interest at the beginning was the fact that I have done forensic archaeology in university. So I was like,
heard.
what?
Humble brag.
Did you really?
I did, because I watched the last podcast. Just to get a little
Oh.
taste test.
Wait, so have we talked about bones before? I'm so
Because
confused.
dinosaurs and like you like Jurassic Park and then you had to be an
Gotcha.
archaeologist.
Okay, wow. Oh my God. I can't even remember the conversations I had with my, I'm having. Thank you for reminding me. So yes, I did forensic archaeology. So that's like the only reason why I was like, wow, this is cool. I'm vibing with this. And now I'm a bit like, oh, I'm not sure it's enough to keep my interest. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
wait and see. Yeah.
Okay.
So that happened. Nicholas, what are you watching?
Well, my entire week has been either the Real Housewives franchises or South Korean dramas.
Oh yeah, Squid Game.
Squid Game. I watched all of Squid Game this week, and for the first time I watched Train to Busan, which you've watched.
I have watched that. Yeah, that's a great movie.
It's
Such a good
incredible.
movie.
incredible.
Literally so
Incredible.
Yeah, peak zombie movie.
Peak zombie movie and also peak thriller.
Truth.
It like does not let up.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It actually tells the story in a great way. Like it's a great examul of just a movie,
character
a film.
development.
yeah.
And you know that I love a film that like bait and switches hardcore guy dudes, bros,
Truth.
thinking it's an action movie, but actually there's emotion.
Yeah,
I
accurate.
like it because it's realistic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all of these people who are now like so-called dead, like zombies, like cannibalists. are literally like crawling and scratching and
Yeah.
like falling over top of each other in like massive like bolts. And it's like, oh my God, like this is so realistic, like scarily accurate.
Yeah.
Like it's not just they're running down the street like in single file kind of
Yeah.
thing. I feel like I should move my foot. they're like literally like bowling over each other, like they
Yeah.
don't give a shit about who's next to them because
Yeah.
they literally have no like
Yeah.
it's just really
Agreed.
realistic and I like it.
Yeah. That's true.
Definitely, I agree. The action sequences were very
They were very
realistic.
good.
Actually, same can be said about Squid Game. Have you watched it?
Yes.
The final
Oh yes.
game,
Yes.
just between two of them, spoiler alert, I guess,
It's fine.
was like
I
one
haven't
of the
watched
most
anything yet, so.
brutal fight scenes I've ever seen on television.
Yeah. But also that scene in Red Light, Green Light when they're literally like banging on the doors and they're just piling over top of each other because they don't give a shit about each other. You know?
It's
Wow.
rough.
It's separating actors from characters.
Yeah.
Just it is so incredibly believable, which is why it's so good.
Yeah. That's really true.
It got, I think for Netflix just released the amount of accounts that have watched it, so it's definitely number one now. And it's like 111 million separate accounts have watched at least some part of Squid Game, and the previous record was Bridgerton, which was 89 million accounts in the first month. Yeah, so it's like
the biggest show of all time, full stop.
whack. That's crazy.
Beats Game of Thrones and everything.
That's
My
crazy.
goodness.
I
That is
love that for
crazy.
them.
I do too.
Wow.
And I love that it's like
It's almost like false utopia with all of the colors and the bright colors and, you know, the cutie looking masks that they wear and all this and like the, you know, the red light, green light doll. Like it's almost utopia
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
school kid and like safe environment, but it's false.
Yeah.
Which makes it really interesting because it's, you know, it's really captivating and, you know, your eyes
Yeah.
catch because of the colors. But
Yeah.
that being said, it's also really dark at the same time.
it balances it so incredibly well. Like you say, it's got these really bright colors, and it's got quite in between the games. It's actually relatively light. Like it's quite comedic at times.
Interesting.
It's quite bright. And the characters are so
They have so much depth to them.
exactly. They have
And
you
the
get, like they feel like
backstories.
they have a history. Each character,
Yeah, and
even though you don't see it all.
Yeah, I feel like what you just said, like when they go home, it's a lot darker.
Yeah.
Going in on that, it's interesting to look at how they made their personal lives, not in the games, look so much darker and duller with less colors. And the moment that they're put into the games, it's bright and happy and, you know,
Interesting.
those crisp colors
Yeah.
and very childlike, almost like there is a utopia, no, there is a future. They've got the money
Yeah.
and they've got the pig and they've got all of these sounds going on.
Wow.
But they go home where it's actually like somewhat better than being in a situation like that, but they make it look so dull,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
gloomy, and it's always raining, and you know,
Interesting.
yeah.
And the
very
only time
interesting.
you get glimpses of the outside world in this utopia type thing is when it's in the games and it turns deadly.
Yep.
It's kind of honestly just really well balanced.
Yeah.
Interesting. I remember when I did drama in school, we did this whole kind of section on like horror and thriller screenplays and stuff or plays utilizing child like themes,
like
like you know
imagery
when
and stuff.
yeah, imagery. Well, I remember specifically talking about like kids' music, like nursery rhymes and stuff, and using those
yeah.
in and using
Horrific.
those in dark moments really adds to like the horror of it because of the juxtaposition between something that you associate with something like
Yeah.
with bright and happy in this place of darkness and fear.
Yeah.
It like really messes with your mind
Yeah.
in ways that a lot of other things just like can't.
Yeah.
It's just-
every
yeah.
like slightly supernatural trailer having a
Yeah,
darkly sung nursery rhyme over it.
exactly.
But and you know what I really loved in Train to Busan was that
Mm-hmm.
the daughter does sing the nursery rhyme, but it's not meant to be in that creepy way.
yeah,
It's more in like
Calming.
a calming.
like Katniss
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
in Hunger Games.
that
Yeah,
was a great
agreed.
movie.
And
Great
like
books.
when they're walking through at the end,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
that childlike naivete
Mm.
that the singing's gonna chill out the situation is actually
Yeah.
what saves them in the
And
end.
it's-
Yeah.
I feel like her singing as well also shows that she had a lot of innocence taken away from her, and
True.
you know she
Sobbing through it.
she's less naive now that she's come out of it and she's witnessed all of that absolute trauma, that's, probably left her extremely shaken, and she's still,
Oh, wow. We got so deep.
Well, by the way, like, side note, that daughter actress, one of the best child actors ever.
Oh, yeah.
Are we
insane.
In Train to Busan, are
Yes,
we talking?
sorry,
Yeah.
The daughter's acting was phenomenal.
It was. That was a great movie. Wow, I'm going to watch that again.
Yeah, well, I say all this, and it's about, like, deep thematic television shows and movies, and then the other side is Housewives, which
You need a balance.
balance.
You do.
Yeah. Kind of important.
I'm not going to talk about that because I won't stop. So
Yeah.
let
okay.
us jump back in and ask you about your third thing.
Yeah, your third thing.
I have a feeling. Well, there's a lot of movies that I've watched in the past, and I feel like they have really made an impact on me art-wise.
Okay. Oof. The mental link is strong today.
Should I just, leave?
Sorry, we're having a moment.
Private moment.
Expand on that. I'm intrigued.
Okay. Well, going back into the cinematic music and things that I would listen to just to kind of get into the zone of creativity.
Yeah.
And, just meditating in the corner, listening to music and just going deep into your own mind. It's, very weird. But those movies tend to have a lot of impact because of the cinematography and the colors that they use. It's really surreal. Like, I know that there's one specific movie called Hugo with Asa Butterfield.
And Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that movie so much.
Is that Martin Scorsese?
It's quite a famous person, I think.
The director? I want to say it is, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that.
Honestly, yeah,
It's like steampunky, yeah?
it is very steampunky meets
There's a clock.
dark academia meets French,
Martin Scorsese.
French cafe
Okay.
vibes.
Yeah.
But also kind of really,
Like Parisian.
I feel like it's really dark academia because of the colors used, but also because it's there's a lot of clocks on the wall, there's a lot of mechanics involved, and there's a lot of academia.
Yeah.
Is he homeless? He's living in the train station or something, right?
Technically,
No?
he's an orphan, but
okay.
he was brought in by his uncle who ran the clocks in the train station in Paris, and he passed away due to alcohol poisoning. I'm pretty sure it was either that or heart attack.
Okay.
But nobody knew.
Ooh.
And he just stayed running the clocks. And so they just assumed that uncle was still running the clocks. But no, this little boy was taught to do it. And so he technically is an orphan, but he has a place to live.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Independent boy.
Hashtag independent boy. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
I remember watching that movie when I was younger and I didn't have, taste. And I remember I was like half an hour in and I was like, oh, this movie's so boring. But now you're saying it's like one of your faves. I'm like, okay, I'll give it another go.
I'm intrigued. I don't know why. I think around the same time the movie based on the book City of Embers came out.
Oh, that was such a fucking good movie.
I don't know why, but in my 13-year-old brain, it was like they have similar tones, so I can only pick one, and I can only watch that. And I picked City of Ember, so I just ignored Hugo. I don't know why, but
so
I'm not going to
weird.
now. I'm gonna go watch it, and I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I love anything that's just pretty to look at.
It is so gorgeous. Just the shots that they make and the shots that they create. It's just the colors are so crisp and like the fog. Oh my God, I could talk about it all day.
Wow.
It's very, very, very photogenic.
Yeah.
Interesting. And has that movie specifically influenced any of your cosplaying or your art you were saying before, I think?
It's influenced a lot of my photography
Okay.
because I used to do that in college. And I made a whole, I suppose, what would you call it? Like a whole
Portfolio.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like a collection, like a a thing.
group.
I made a whole thing.
Series?
Yeah. I suppose that's the best. And it was based upon Alice in Wonderland.
Love that. Love
So
that.
it was very, very much what it would look like in real life.
Okay.
Which is what I used to like when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I tried to make it as realistic as I possibly could.
Okay.
And my whole photography portfolio was basically making like a fairy tale photos, what they would look like in realistic. Like I did a self-portrait of me falling down the rabbit hole. And I had actual like grandfather clocks that I used and teacups and cards that I actually individually took photos of so that it would look as realistic as possible.
Wow.
And, you know, editing them really dark and very,
That's really cool.
I got an A. Yeah.
I would hope so.
Oh my God, I put so much time into it. You'd hope so.
Yeah. Wow. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. You know when you meet someone and you're like, wow, they just have a creative brain.
Yeah.
Beth is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's really fucking cool.
That is cool.
Is that like, okay, then is like Peter Pan and stuff in the same vein?
Yeah. Yeah.
Similar time period?
Yeah. Like old classic stories and, you know, fairy tales very much so.
All I can think about is those like old-timey nightgowns.
Oh, I wear one to bed.
Where did you get it from? I want one so bad.
I mean, I kind of just got it from like an op shop.
Wow,
But there's also like these blouses you can get from Kmart that are very much like, you know, mid-century.
Like Old Granny and Red Riding Hood.
And the thing is, because my hair like stops here, I go to bed and I'm like, berries and cream. So I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, you look stupid.
Is that not haunting? How do you sleep after doing that to yourself?
I'm tired. I'll just be like, can't. Too much TikTok.
Oh, there's so much to unpack there.
This feels like a perfect time to just say, by the way, I love your haircut. It's awesome. It looks really good.
Thank you.
I wish I could rock that length of hair, but not for me.
My hair's thick. She's a thick boy.
Yeah.
Wow, I just misgendered my hair. She's a thick boy. But she's really thick.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult. So short is kind of what I have to do.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's really fair. Yeah, that's really fair.
People with long hair, it stresses me out.
It stresses
Some
me
people
out.
can rock it.
Yeah,
people
no, I'm
can.
talking heat-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is definitely true, but I also find that when my hair is really short, you can't get it up off your neck. So then it's like sticking.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's so much easier to get my hair away
makes
from
sense.
everything if it's just piled on top of my head.
Oh, like a little Ariana Grande moment.
Yeah, kind of.
Absolutely ruining your brain cells. Is that
straight hair, just
my
like
God.
wrapped in a ponytail, like slicked back. Oh, love it.
Same, but honestly, I genuinely would have a headache within 20 minutes and then I'd be like, I'm out. I can't do this even for the style.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
This is off topic, but briefly talking about Miss Grande. You know, last episode we talked about, I think, Sweetener.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went
talked
and
about her
re-listened
in
to it in
general.
full, and I still stand by my statement that it slaps as an album in whole.
Interesting. Do you like Ariana?
Yes, but I don't think I have her on my Spotify.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So you're like Ariana adjacent.
Yeah. Literally, my Spotify is so messed up because I said that I constantly like just listen to cinematic music. Like I'll log back into Tinder because I'm lonely, and then I'll like fill out my info and I'll add my Spotify, and I'll be like, oh, this is going to be a massive turnoff. So I wrote in my little captions, I was like, hi, so my Spotify is really messed up, but just it's cool. I'm mysterious. So you'll just have to like ask me later.
Iconic.
And they'll be like, so what's with your Spotify? I'll be like, we don't talk about it.
Don't ask.
Yeah.
I feel like
Iconic.
bringing attention to it in your bio, like for me personally, I'd be like, what's up with her Spotify?
The thing is, I literally judge someone before I like swipe right based upon their music taste.
Interesting.
So like I'll go
I do
down
too.
and I'll like listen to what they listen to, and if I vibe with it, I'm like, you're cool, hell yeah. So if I looked at myself, because that's what I do, I preview and I'm like, okay, would I swipe right on myself if I wasn't related to myself? And then I get down to music and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so I felt like I had to like actually call it out.
Interesting. That's really fair. That's Interesting. I've never thought about judging someone through their music before, but now
She has the exact same situation.
That's
Her
true.
Apple Music is like half, 3/4 cinematic music,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then a third like pop queens,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really true. It gets me into a zone. I feel like
and then another third ABBA.
Oh, hell yeah.
accurate. Yeah, those are my only 3 personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't. If I'm doing work or something, I listen to cinematic music because I can't focus on 2 things at once. So if there's no words, I can listen to music much better and have way better focus. So
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I can listen to like an audiobook while I work.
Okay,
No.
we see you.
I understand that makes me a psychopath, but
literally psychopath. Yeah.
okay, Shane Dawson, calm down.
Travis, if you're still watching, we still love you.
That's what I was going to say before. Before when we were talking about Shane and Andrew and everyone.
Yes.
Andrew is one of like the hottest people to me.
Who's Andrew?
Andrew Sawicki.
He was the cameraman, and then he kind of started to like.
Do you watch
go in front of
Sweet
the
Boys
camera.
podcast?
I listened to it.
Oh, they are such an iconic duo.
They really are.
Yeah.
There's something wholesome. There's always going to be something wholesome about a queer person and a heterosexual person interacting as friends in that way, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's just such a journey to go through. They're so hilarious.
bless. What are you
Sorry,
doing?
I'm trying to look at what's his name is.
Andrew Sawicki.
Yeah.
Also, what a
Okay,
great last name,
I've found
Sawicki.
his
Sawicki.
Instagram. Honestly, oh wait. Okay, no wait, he's talking about Sweet Boys. Is that with Shane? Because that's other person.
No, that's Garrett Watts.
They all look like Shane. I'm not gonna lie.
Guy on the right. Guy on the right is Andrew.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I have a
Alright.
thing for redheads. So
Audio listeners, we're looking at
Andrew
His
Sawicki,
Instagram.
Google along with us.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Anyway, that's sorry. Well, what a weird note to like start wrapping up on.
I know. I was just about to say. I think we should bring it together. We're at an hour 20.
Okay, the other
wow.
I know, right?
the other thing we didn't tell you that we usually do is a what the fuck of the week.
Oh
Ah,
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
This is something in society, in culture, in pop culture, TV, movies, whatever,
Or a personal
politics,
thing.
anything, personal thing in your life that is confusing you, or annoying you, or aggravating you.
Just generally making you go, what the fuck?
Pretty much. I can start if that helps.
Yeah.
I think I usually go first anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
my what the fuck of the week this week is pretentious. I'm going to be pretentious, and I'm owning that, which makes it still not okay, but you know what I mean. I don't understand how people can watch foreign films or foreign shows dubbed and not in their original language with subtitles.
I feel called out.
Yeah. Oh, do you watch?
I'm sorry. It's really pretentious, and I know it's bad of me.
Interesting. Wait, do you
But-
watch? So you watch yours dubbed?
Yes.
I
Interesting.
understand it,
Yeah.
but I just feel like I'm missing out on something
But also, like subtitles aren't.
accurate either.
Yeah.
No, with Squid Game, actually, the subtitles are less accurate than the dubbing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I still, in my head, was like, if I'm not hearing the actor's voice, I'm missing out.
You're not getting that inflection.
And I know it's ridiculous of me, but I guess the what the fuck of the week is less people who watch dubbed versions and more people who gatekeep subtitles and dubbed versions, aka moi. Subtitled me.
Interesting. I feel like my biggest issue with dubbed versions is something that's completely my own personal thing, which is literally just that I would have a breakdown if I was listening to something that wasn't the way someone's mouth was moving. That's
Yeah. Yep.
Get it. Interesting. Why do you prefer dubbed versions?
Because I like to see what's happening on the screen more.
Okay.
Especially with something as deep as like Squid Game.
That's really
Deep.
fair.
It was like I felt like I would have been missing out on something if I was reading the subtitles.
Totally.
Because
Fair.
there's so many Easter eggs in there. And with anything, like if I was watching an anime, like I used to watch anime all the time, I would rather have it dubbed so I can do other stuff and watch it, but also like watch what's going on the screen.
No, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
I think I'm in my brain. I have bad hearing. So I've just always had subtitles on English stuff. And I think my brain is just so used to it that it's now hardwired to be like, if I watch something without subtitles, I'm lost.
Yeah, no,
Even
same,
like
personally.
even if it's the fucking Real Housewives, you know.
Yeah, I'm a subtitle user.
I'm a
all the
subtitle
time.
slut.
Iconic. Yeah.
But I will say though, like definitively, Squid Game specifically, well, the dubbed version is more accurate to the actual show
was
and
done really
dialogue
well.
and stuff than the subtitles.
It's done pretty well.
So in conclusion, Nicholas, you're an idiot.
Yeah, but that's unrelated to what I just talked about. No,
has bad
I'm also just an idiot. No, I don't.
Wow.
They're truly in my head. It just hardwires as I'm not seeing the actual acting, even though that makes no sense.
Okay, I have a question. If you watch a dubbed version of something with subtitles, are the subtitles what the dubbing words are saying, or are they the translation
They're
from
the subtitle. They're the translation.
Oh, okay, so you could be hearing words.
Because I watched half an episode of Squid Game with my parents, and they wanted it dubbed, and I wanted it subbed. This is all a little too close to dom and sub to be talking about in the same thing as my parents. Anyway.
You're the one who made it weird there.
I'm
just
gonna
saying.
leave. No, I watched like half an episode dubbed with English subtitles, and it was the translated subtitles with the more accurate dubbed.
Okay, that makes sense.
So they didn't match up either. So it was like a whole nother thing.
A different experience altogether.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Wow.
Mads, do you have a what the fuck of the week?
I do.
Oh
It's
my
a
God.
type. It's a personal type situation.
Okay.
Kind of, which is
I just remembered mine, but you go.
your real one.
Yeah. The one I was planning on doing, but my friend's over there.
Well, this might be what it was going to be anyway, which is, for those of you who don't know, on my business account, I posted a story of the new puppy that we're getting.
Not the business.
What a baby.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to be so cute. Anyway,
He's also a schnauzer, by the way.
yeah, a mini schnauzer. Yeah. So he's arriving in a few weeks. Anyway, and I posted that. I found out we were getting this puppy maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I posted that on Instagram, and Nicholas and our friend Chelsea in the group chat at the same time, like, Madison, you're getting a new dog. I was like,
It wasn't quite that polite.
no, it
I was
wasn't.
like, you
It was
fucking whore, how dare you not tell us you got another puppy?
It was very aggressive, yeah. Anyway, and I was like, wait, have I not mentioned this? Is this really the first you heard of it was through the business account? Anyway, so my what the fuck is at myself. It's like a, what the fuck? How did I forget to mention that?
Well, there's layers to this.
Well, this is a whole bit.
Because we were in the group chat. We weren't in the group chat. You know what I mean. We were in the group chat, and I called her out, and I said, how dare you not tell us that you're getting an adorable puppy? How rude. And then Chelsea, our other friend, messaged and goes, yeah, how weird. What's your dog Jasper going to think? And she goes, oh, he died. And she goes, what? And we were like, yeah, like 5 months ago.
Yeah. Sorry, Chelsea.
No. Not just that. Jasper died the same week that my puppy, Roxy, not puppy, like she was 13.
Yeah.
Dog died. Within 5 days of each other, they both passed away. And it was really a rough week for us.
It was.
But she just didn't tell anyone.
No, apparently I
Is
just
that your
kept
coping
it.
mechanism?
Apparently. I just don't tell anyone anything.
So really, it was much worse for Chelsea. It was the 1-2 punch.
It really. Yeah, salty Chelsea, I love you. It was not on purpose. Yeah. So that's that. And I was really confused because I was like, I feel like this is all I've been talking about is the new puppy. Who have I told? Apparently no one. I've just been talking to myself about how excited I am about Benson. So
Benson?
yeah,
Like
Benson.
Freddie?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, so that's my what the fuck. What? Cool. Yeah.
Go off.
Yep. Beth.
My what the fuck moment.
Okay.
Was getting here.
Love that.
I don't think you understand. My GPS is very iffy in my car, and I put it in. I put the little thing in, but it didn't come up on. So I had to just put like 15
Yeah.
That's fair.
Latrobe Street. So I was
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Yeah.
My GPS takes me like the long way all the time for no reason. So I double checked it, and I don't drive in the city a lot. So on the way here, it's like, oh yeah, go through the tunnel. I'm like, that's going to cost me like how much? I was like, okay, I'll just do it. I'm like, okay, so I hope she's going to tell me where I'm going because I don't know where. She's like, connection lost.
That was such a good impression.
Recalculating. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
I was like, where am I going? There's like 3 lanes here. Which one do I go? And she's like, I think the last thing I heard was, keep right.
Oh,
and then
no.
she comes back up and she's like, and she's telling me all of these directions like at one time.
Yeah.
You know, when you kind of like disconnect from like a FaceTime. And then next thing you know, you hear them talk about all this stuff like really quickly.
Yeah.
She's like, turn left. Turn right. Veer left. Stay right. I'm like, what the fuck?
Red light, green light.
Yeah, literally. So I got out and she's just like, recalculation. I'm like, great. I fucking took the wrong turn.
Oof.
But I was like under the ground, so there was no connection. And I was like, what do I do?
I've had that happen to me. I ended up in Ipswich one time. I feel you. I relate.
Yeah.
That's really rough.
It is really rough.
No, it wasn't a fun time. I was stressed.
No. It's easier after you've done it a couple of times. You realize that you have to remember the few turns that are coming up. So you're like, okay, I know I'm going to lose signal down here. What do I have to do? How do I get out of here? And after that, it's a bit easier. But the first couple of times, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to die down here.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe I am too pretentious about subtitles and stuff because I also turn off the voice on my GPS.
Same.
Oh.
I can't have it interrupting my music.
Oh.
I can't have the silence come on right in the middle of the Easy on Me chorus. Then I'll look like a fool.
I get it. I usually scream at my GPS to shut up.
Yeah.
Because it'll take me the wrong way and I'll be like, well, I actually know where I'm going now, so shut up. She'll be like, turn back. I'm like, shut up! Like, don't talk to me.
This is the faster way.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I'm like, are you stupid?
Oh, God.
Okay, well,
We love her.
Mood.
there's
Do
an
we?
SNL sketch
Yeah.
that's exactly what this. So I'll link that below.
Okay.
What do
All
you
right.
have to? Okay, well let's
Close it
wrap
down.
up.
Close it down.
Yeah.
Beth, is there anything you'd like to promote? Name all your socials.
Etsy store. Go.
Etsy store, which will again all be linked below.
Yep.
Yes.
But like, go for it. And say your handles
Yeah.
and stuff.
If you would like to see what I dream and you would like to see what I paint, go. Follow me on TikTok. Yeah. And I'm on Instagram, and I created one of those Instagram pages that are really aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
Very dark academia meets cottagecore.
Love that.
I post photos of cats and dogs and photos of me.
Sorry, that's an epic intersection. Cottage
true.
core and dark academia.
Oh, yeah. And it works so
Love
well.
that. Love
Into
that.
it. What is the handle?
Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm pretty sure it's Elizabeth.Rogers_.
And on TikTok, it's Elizabeth Rogers.
It's Elizabeth X Rogers.
Okay.
Wow. Love that.
Yeah.
Love it. You recently changed the handle, didn't you?
I did.
I was very confused at first, and I was like, no, wait, this is the same person. It's fine.
Yeah, I changed it. I used to be Forever Cosplay, but then I made another account just so I can do cosplay on there.
Love that.
Bless.
We did the same thing again.
This is getting creepy.
I know, we're the
Movie.
Oof,
You guys
okay.
are so in tune with each other. It's really
Yeah.
It's true, but at the same time, we disagree on everything.
Well, here we are disagreeing on disagreeing.
When it comes to TV and movies and stuff, we disagree on everything.
Okay.
cute. Yeah,
well,
but
we'll
you're
just have
still
to
really
leave
in
that
tune
there.
with each other.
This is true.
Yes.
God. Ew.
What are your socials?
Lady Alice 101.
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
All
Thanks
linked
for
below,
filling that in
obvi.
for me.
I know you go too slow. I'm sorry. If you want to follow the pod, you can at WTFIH podcast on Instagram, I guess Twitter. Haven't used it in like 2 months. But you can also follow us on YouTube. WTF is happening the podcast. No real point. No one watches it. That's fine. Our
It's just
audio
for us.
version's the superior version. Anyway. Bless. Well, you're too nice. All linked below if you want to follow me on TikTok or Twitter. NIC_sushi.
Hopefully.
Oh, bless. What was the other thing? Oh, we know our Instagram's popping
Do we? Oh, yeah.
because 2 Real Housewives have liked one of our posts.
It's true.
One from Roni,
Whoa.
one from Salt Lake City,
Whoa.
and one of the actresses from both of our favorite show,
Evil.
Christine Lakey, who plays Cheryl on Evil.
Yeah.
She liked one of our posts.
You think Travis is going to watch it?
Travis is gonna watch.
Yes. Okay. No, we're gonna have to link him. Yep. All right.
Travis, I've never seen you act, but I'm sure you're great.
Travis Van Winkle,
Travis,
can I set
like
you up
when
with
you're
my friend
wearing
Maddie?
your glasses.
I like it when you're wearing no shirt.
Oh my god, this is chaotic. Okay.
Chaos, okay.
All right. Bye.
Thanks everyone for listening to What the Fuck Is Happening, the podcast. And thank you so much, Beth, for coming on.
Yeah. Thank
you for having
you.
me.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.